Hi, I'm Jerry Lotz. Welcome to episode 9, where I'll share a little bit about what I do and certainly invite you to do the same so we can learn how we might help each other. During my last episode, I shared a story about how an old friend, Pete Green, really got me thinking one day in a sales meeting when he said, "You don't know what you don't know." Now, he wasn't the first to coin that phrase, but my experience with him during that day at that sales meeting will always hold a special place in my heart and in the work that I do every day. So, back to a few important points about that pre analysis report. Here is an example of the financial highlights of one of those pre analysis reports. You can see the building cost of $6,374,579. Using a straight line depreciation method, in that first year, the client would be able to write off or expense $102,312. Using a cost segregated model, in that first year, we estimate that client can get an increase in their depreciation expense of $1,129,008. That increase in depreciation expense would translate into a $417,733 potential tax savings for that client. So I think you all agree that that's pretty significant, especially when the after tax cost for us to do that work for that client was only about $5,800. That's over a 70 to 1 return on that client's investment. So once we sit down and talk about those numbers in a conversation with the tax professional and the client, they agree to move forward. Then the next step is signing on that engagement letter, giving us a deposit for half the cost of that study. Now the work really begins. Once that engagement letter is signed and we receive the deposit, home office assigns a project coordinator. Their job is to work with me, work with the client, work with the tax professional, make sure that we have all of the necessary information in order for that project to move to the engineering phase. So we begin gathering any appraisals that may have been done on that property, any evidences of other work that were done on the property, any building architectural drawings, anything pertinent to that building goes into that study. The next phase would be the actual site visit, where, according to tax laws, somebody really needs to go to that site and visit that property. If it's any way possible geographically, I love to do that myself because it really gives me an opportunity, oftentimes, to spend time with the owner, walk through that property, and look for assets specifically that can maximize the tax savings. So we may take 2, 3, 500 pictures while we're doing that site visit. Once we've got all that site visit information done, everything's documented, and home office now has that complete package. The project coordinator moves that study to the next phase, which is the engineering phase. The next episode, I'll look a little bit more at that engagement process and moving that study into the engineering phase. Thanks so much for watching. Please share some things about yourself so we can learn how we might help each other. In closing, be well, be safe. Blessings till we meet again.